Alright, hey, hello. I'm Peter Jackson Anton, and this is another Art Student Diary. So these are videos where I go over my art journey and I discuss issues I'm having, what I'm learning, and the challenges and the successes I have along the way on my journey to mastery and being a professional artist. So what I'm working on today, well, I haven't done as much art this week as I normally do, so that's been kind of weighing on me. Not bad. It's just like on Wednesday and Friday. On Friday, I only got an hour and a half, which is exceptionally low for me. And Wednesday, I got. Actually, I think I ended up getting to 3 hours on Wednesday, which isn't bad. I like to get up to 4.5 hours is my benchmark for what I like to put in a given day with art. What I've been distracted, my shirt's on inside out. Oh well, it won't show on camera, I don't think. But anyway, yeah. Well, what I'm feeling is a lack of confidence with art. I don't feel confident in my drawing skills, my perspective, my figure drawing, anything like that. I'm feeling more confident with my animals because that's what I've been working on. But as far as creating finished pieces, I just don't feel very confident with it. And I guess that's because I haven't had much success yet with it, so maybe that confidence will just increase as my competence increases. Like they say, the confidence competence loop. So maybe if I felt confident now, that would just be arrogance because I don't have the skills, right? So maybe I shouldn't feel that confident with my drawing and painting skills. Maybe it's appropriate that I don't have that confidence yet. So I guess the solution would just be to keep working and getting those skills, and then that confidence will emerge from the skills. I think the main problem that not having a lot of confidence does is it prevents me from trying things that are difficult and doing more ambitious projects that take multiple days and really trying to finish anything. Because, I mean, the reason I don't finish a lot of stuff isn't because I'm lazy. I put in hours of work every day. It's just I don't feel confident in doing an image longer than a few hours, other than the ones that I'm doing for my realism class, which I have a coach who can, a mentor who can take me through like step by step on how to do those paintings. So those are easier to do for, hundreds of hours, and not hundreds, but maybe like 100 hours, and not get discouraged with because I'm just working on them for like an hour a day, 45 minutes a day to an hour over the course of several months. So those are easy enough to do over a long period of time. But I'm just feeling, as far as like doing finished illustrations, that I don't really believe in myself. I don't believe in my ability to execute on images. I guess I've never really been a super confident person. I've always had a lot of doubt and not really a lot of belief in myself, in my appearance, in my skills, in my knowledge, in my beliefs. I've never really been super confident. I have been arrogant in the past to mask a lack of confidence, where I'll build up myself to be super assured and that I'm super sure of my beliefs as kind of a defense mechanism. But I don't think I've historically been truly confident in myself or the decisions I make or things about me. I don't know where that comes from. It might be what they say, that the more you know, the more you learn about the world, that the smarter you are, the more you know how little you know. So I don't, I feel like, I mean, if there's, what percentage of the knowledge in the world is there? Like, say on a scale of 1 to 100, like 100 being all the knowledge in the world, like 100% of everything you can learn about the universe, right? What do we know as people? It's like, it's not 1%, it's probably not even 0.01% of all the knowledge in the world. I mean, think about everything in the universe and think about all the knowledge that exists out there and like all the books in all the libraries, all the internet pages, like all of that information, what we actually know exists in the world, all the stories, all the different types of plants, all the different types of bugs, right? It's like my knowledge as a person is like 0.0000001% of all the knowledge. So it's like you know how little you know and how often you're wrong. And you for me it's like I feel like, well, I've been wrong so many times, I've been humbled so many times. It's hard to feel confident when you know how smart you aren't, how much you have to learn. I guess the confidence would come from not feeling like I know everything, but more just being comfortable with who I am, knowing who you are. I think that's maybe where confidence comes from. It's not from being good at something or knowing everything, but from being confident that I know who I am and my success doesn't determine how I feel about myself. My art isn't me. My art doesn't change how I feel about myself, and I believe in my ability to figure things out, and that I'll be okay, I guess, would be the kind of confidence I'm looking for. I don't feel really secure in who I am right now, I guess. I have days where I do, where I feel very self-assured, but I think a lot of that's tied up in my art. On days when my art is good, I feel good about my art, I feel good about myself, and on days when I don't feel good about my art, it's hard for me to feel good about myself, and I think that's just a symptom of having placed too much of my self-worth in my art and being an artist. So I think I've got to find some sort of deeper meaning, or some sort of deeper sense of self-worth than being an artist. And I know I talk a lot about creating an anti-fragile sense of self-worth, and the reason for that is just that I've struggled with it for a long time. I'm not trying to make a super depressing video. I make these videos because I want to be honest about what I'm going through, and that I want to reflect genuinely the process of my journey from where I am now to where I am in the future, which is hopefully a better place. So I'm going to try changing my state right now. So what I'm doing right now is I'm talking very slowly and I'm slurring my speech a little bit, and my throat's in my voice is in my throat. So I'm going to try changing my physiology a bit. So I'm going to sit up straight. I'm going to smile. I'm going to brighten my eyes. I'm going to talk with my hands more. I'm going to talk a little faster. And maybe that gets my energy levels up. And then maybe that changes my state. Right? And I lean back and I open my body posture up. Right? Because when I'm hunched over and I'm talking, so that makes you more depressed. But if I open up, see, I already feel better. Right? When I open up a little bit and I talk a little faster. And let's think about all the reasons that I could get excited about art. Art is so fun, right? Because you just get to draw. What's hard about drawing? Drawing's, it's just, if you can draw for a living, that's so great. Now, the problem with drawing is it's hard. And you need certain fundamentals to execute well on drawings. But you shouldn't get so bogged down in fundamentals that you don't create the kind of work you want to create. So really tap into, what do you like? Do you like animals? Do you like trees? What are you in the mood to draw today? And then go draw that thing. And go first, draw it from imagination. Just have fun with it. Do a fun, easy warm-up. Draw it out of your head. See, what's my idea of a tiger right now out of my head? What do I remember about it based on just my visual memory and my imagination, right? So go draw it out of your head first. Come up with what's my current understanding of a tiger. Then go look at a picture of a tiger and draw a tiger from the picture. See what you need to learn. See what's not in your head yet. what you missed, see what you misunderstood, see what you misremembered, and just follow that curiosity. Maybe watch a video about tigers if that's what you're in the mood to draw. And it's okay to start looser and rougher, and I think the key for me is going to be doing more compositions, because perspective is just a tool. Perspective isn't the way you build an image. So I'm thinking about, how do I create scenes, right? How do I start putting animals in space? And I think the answer to that is going to be composition more than perspective, because perspective is just a tool to get those to get things. It's a scientific tool, but I don't like starting images with perspective. I think what I need to work more on, what I want to work more on, is composition. How to imagine the canvas as a picture plane, as like a window, a pane of glass that you're looking through into another world, and how to arrange the shapes on the canvas in order to make us feel like we're really looking into that world. I think what I'm struggling with is less perspective and more actually composition. How to, the sizes of shapes, where to put things on the canvas, not just having things like, here's the canvas and smack dab in the middle is the subject, right? So I think, we're just gonna have times in our art journeys where we just feel like crap, right? I don't feel like crap. I just don't feel great, and I don't feel like my passion fire is burning, right? But I'm really excited for other stuff in my life. I'm really excited. Like, I've got this. I'm working out every morning, just a little bit every morning, but it's a habit. It's a good habit that I do every morning. I don't really need to take a day off because I don't do it that hard that I need to take a day off. I'm excited about Dungeons and Dragons. I've got a group together for that I'm excited about. And the writing for that was really fun, and I enjoyed doing that. And even though I wasn't drawing, I was doing something creative and working my creativity and imagining stuff and places and drawing layouts and imagining the different creatures and the characters. So even if I wasn't drawing, I was still being creative and feeding that artist, that inner artist. So maybe I shouldn't look at myself as being lazy and avoiding drawing and judging myself. Maybe I should just, enjoy the fact that I've got an awesome D&D group that I'm going to be the dungeon master for. So that should be really fun. And I'm a little bit nervous because I've never DM'd before, but it's a good chance for me to work on my leadership skills and my acting, and I really want to take this group and help them just have fun and go on adventures and just interact with each other in this fantasy world. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'll make it fun. And that's really the goal, is just I want the players to have a good time and feel challenged, and I think I just want us all to hang out and have a good time. Martial arts is going well. I'm up to four days a week, which I've been working for a while on building up. For the past 2 or 3 months, I've been working on getting there on Saturdays, so that seems to be going well. I might not go this Saturday, right today, because I've got this D&D session later, which it depends. I think I might go for just a morning class, but what I do is I go for a 20-minute loop, and then if I want to keep going, I can, and then if I don't, I just come back home after that. I do a 20-minute loop and come home. Most of the time, I'll just keep going to class. Sometimes, very rarely, I will just come home. But it's good because I only skip it when I really want to skip it, and I don't just skip it because I want to stay home. I still have to get dressed and go do what I call the swamp loop. And anyway, that's a side note. So today I'm gonna do my drive to the gym, maybe do the class, then come back home, then head back out to do Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm gonna go for 3 hours of art today. I'm aiming to do a good 45 minutes on painting, oil painting, just working on that, building it up slowly with my instructor's help. Other than that, just drawing cats, learning cat anatomy, things like that. Yeah, I'd like to watch some instructionals for just 5 minutes a day. I've skipped the past 2 days or missed 2 days this week, which is uncommon for me. So I don't know. There's a lot I can step up, and yeah, I don't know. Feeling kind of lame right now, but I know it's gonna pass. I know I'm gonna have fun at D&D, get my mind off this stuff. Gonna do some drawing this morning before D&D, then gonna do some more after. So we're gonna get to those 3 hours today, and it was one of those days where we just need to keep chugging. We're just the little engine that could. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. We're gonna get there. Because if I want to teach other people, I really need to know what I'm talking about. I don't want to be a teacher who doesn't know what he's talking about. So I want to be able to help people, and I think it's irresponsible if I don't learn all that I can and do all that I can to improve and learn so that I can fill my own cup and give more to my students. So yeah, that's going to be it. It'll get better. Just kind of a feeling, but I know once I draw I'm going to feel better. So with that said, let's all take a deep breath. And let's go draw.